Stop what you're doing because the drama between Blueface and Chrisean Rock just exploded in a way nobody saw coming. For months, fans thought things between them couldn't possibly get any messier. The fights, the chaos, the baby drama, the social media wars. But now, Blueface has taken things to a level so wild, so ruthless, that it has the entire internet gasping. In a shocking twist, Blueface didn't just argue with Chrisean. He didn't just shade her online. No, he teamed up with others, forming what insiders are calling a gang-up operation against her. And the worst part? He allegedly left their son, Little Jr., completely behind while flaunting his brand new relationship with another man. That's right, Blueface is being accused of abandoning Chrisean and their baby, choosing instead to show off a shocking new boyfriend. And the internet is melting down. Fans are screaming betrayal. Supporters of Chrisean are flooding social media with heartbreak, calling Blueface the ultimate villain. And the rumors swirling around the so-called new man are so wild, so dramatic, that people don't even know what to believe anymore. But trust me when I say, this isn't just a breakup story. This is war. Because the moves Blueface just made don't just humiliate Chrisean Rock. They might have ended his reputation forever. And the craziest part? The receipts, the leaked screenshots, the insider whispers about how this all went down are even messier than you think. To really understand why this moment. Blueface allegedly ganging up on Chrisean Rock and leaving baby JR behind for a brand new boyfriend feels like a bomb dropped on the culture. You've got to rewind the tape. Because this isn't just about a messy relationship. This is years of toxic history, betrayal, fights, and chaos boiling over until it finally exploded from the very beginning. Blueface and Chrisean Rock's story has never been simple. It's been a roller coaster and not the fun kind. Theirs has been the kind of ride where the track keeps breaking, the safety bar won't lock, and fans can't stop watching even though it's terrifying. Blueface, the West Coast rapper known for his offbeat flow and even more offbeat antics, has always thrived on controversy. He built his brand on shock value, from viral fights to bizarre interviews. But Chrisean Rock brought a whole new storm into his life. She wasn't just a girlfriend. She was a hurricane. Passionate, loyal to a fault, and willing to fight for him no matter what. Chrisean became his ride away. But that love came with a price. Constant drama, public meltdowns, and endless fights caught on camera. Fans watched it all unfold. From Chrisean tattooing Blueface's face across her body to the two of them getting into violent altercations on the street. 2 heartbreaking clips of her crying live on Instagram. Through it all, Chrisean held on, insisting she loved him even when he humiliated her. And when she gave birth to Junior, their baby boy, many hoped this would finally calm things down. That parenthood would force Blueface to step up and be a man. But instead, things got darker. Almost immediately after Junior was born, rumors spread of Blueface cheating, stepping out, and disrespecting Chrisean while she was still adjusting to motherhood. Screenshots of text messages leaked. Videos of him with other women surfaced. And each time, Chrisean would clap back, crying online, threatening to leave, but somehow always pulled back into his orbit. Fans called it toxic. Supporters called it heartbreaking. But one thing was clear. The cycle was destroying her. And then came the shift. Blueface's behavior became bolder, colder. It wasn't just cheating whispers anymore. He started mocking her online, making fun of her as a mother, even questioning her parenting in front of millions of followers. He began teaming up with other voices who criticized her, from family members to other women he flaunted publicly. It was a gang-up, a deliberate humiliation strategy. And fans could see it plain as day, but nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared the world for the newest twist. Because this time, it wasn't another woman. It wasn't a side chick or a fling or a jealous ex. The whispers claimed Blueface had turned his attention to someone completely unexpected. A man, the alleged boyfriend. Screenshots began circulating. Deems supposedly leaked. Even grainy photos started surfacing Blueface, hanging around with a mystery male companion. looking closer than just friends. At first, fans didn't believe it. They thought it was trolling, fake news, another attempt to stir the pot. But the more the receipts piled up, the harder it became to dismiss. And if that wasn't messy enough, the most heartbreaking part was the allegation that Blueface left baby Junior out of the picture completely. While Chrisean was posting photos cuddling her son, Blueface was allegedly parading around with his new man. The optics were brutal, a mother struggling alone, a father chasing chaos. This wasn't just scandal. This was betrayal on a level fans hadn't even imagined. And people started asking the real questions. Had Blueface abandoned Chrisean and Junior entirely? Was the gang up against her not just personal, but public? Staged to destroy her reputation while he built a shocking new narrative for himself. The setup was complete. Years of toxic history, betrayal after betrayal, humiliation after humiliation, all leading to this moment. And now, the internet wants answers. Because if Blueface really did leave Chrisean Rock behind for a brand new boyfriend, then this isn't just another messy fight. This is the collapse of a family, the ultimate humiliation. And maybe the final straw in one of hip-hop's most toxic love stories. But here's the twist. The leaks. The receipts, the voices speaking out behind the scenes. They make this story even wilder than you think. The whispers had been getting louder for weeks. Fans noticed Blueface acting colder toward Chrisean Rock online, throwing subliminal shade in tweets and even liking posts that mocked her as a mother. But then came the night that changed everything. It started with a live stream. Blueface appeared with a group of his closest friends and associates, laughing, drinking, and cracking jokes. At first, it seemed like a typical chaotic Blueface session. But then someone brought up Chrisean's name. Instead of defending her, instead of showing loyalty to the mother of his child, Blueface leaned in, smirked, and said, "Man, she ain't even built for this life no more. She's soft now. All she'll do is cry about that baby." The group erupted in laughter. One friend added, "She'll think she a star, but she just another girl that got played," and Blueface. He didn't shut it down. He co-signed. He let the humiliation roll on. The clip spread like wildfire. Fans were horrified. Not only was he shading Chrisean, but he was doing it in front of others, egging them on as they joined the pylon. It wasn't just disrespect, it was a gang-up. A deliberate attempt to break her down in public, and then came the twist nobody expected. While the internet was still reeling from the clip, a set of grainy photos leaked. Blueface wasn't with another woman this time. No, he was pictured looking very close with a man. At first, people thought it was trolling. But then more screenshots dropped. DMs of Blueface allegedly sending heart emojis. Private messages hinting at late-night meets. And even audio of him bragging about finally being free to live how I want. The internet exploded. Was Blueface really leaving Chrisean Rock for a boyfriend? Had the toxic relationship that defined both their careers just taken the wildest left turn in hip-hop history? Chrisean's reaction came quickly. An emotional Instagram live where she sat holding baby Junior. Tears in her eyes, she said, "I ain't even mad he got a man. I'm mad he left our son behind, like he ain't matter. Like Junior don't even exist to him." Her words cut through the noise like a knife. Fans flooded the comments with support, while others raged at Blueface for not only humiliating her, but allegedly abandoning his child. The clip of her rocking Junior while sobbing spread across TikTok, breaking hearts and fueling the firestorm. But here's the real kicker. Insiders claim this wasn't random. According to a so-called friend of a friend, Blueface had been distancing himself from Chrisean for months, building a new life with his secret boyfriend, while intentionally using social media to push Chrisean into the villain role. He wanted people to clown her, the source said. He thought if the world turned on her, he could walk away clean. Instead, it backfired spectacularly. Because the first big twist was this. Instead of ruining Chrisean's image, Blueface ended up torching his own. Within hours of the leaks, Hashtags like hashtag Blueface exposed and hashtag Justice for Junior trended worldwide. Memes flooded timelines. One viral post showed Blueface's face photoshopped onto the cover of Brokeback Mountain, with the caption, "From Thoshiana to Boychiana." Another showed Chrisean holding Junior with the text, "She got the baby. He got the boyfriend." Even other rappers chimed in. Lil Boosie tweeted, "Ain't no way Blueface left his BMN baby for that. Y'all, wildin' FR." Meanwhile, 50 Cent reposted the photo with laughing emojis, writing, "You can't make this up." But the most devastating reaction came from the fans themselves. Many who once defended Blueface turned their backs, calling him a coward for leaving his child behind while chasing clout with a new partner. One viral TikTok stitched together clips of Chrisean crying, Junior babbling in the background, and Blueface partying, ending with the caption, "This ain't a storyline. This is abandonment." And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, another insider leak hit the blogs. Screenshots allegedly showed Blueface's new boyfriend bragging to friends. She thought she had him forever. But he with me now. The betrayal was complete. Blueface hadn't just moved on. He and his new man were allegedly mocking Chrisean from the sidelines, turning her pain into their entertainment. The fallout: absolute chaos. Fans demanding Blueface be canceled. Supporters rallying behind Chrisean like never before. And Junior, the baby at the center of it all, caught in the crossfire of one of the messiest scandals hip-hop has ever seen. But here's the cliffhanger, because insiders whispered that Chrisean isn't done. Rumors say she's sitting on her own pile of receipts, ready to expose Blueface in ways that will make this new boyfriend reveal look tame. And if she drops them, Blueface won't just lose fans. He could lose everything. The internet was already drowning in chaos after Blueface was accused of ganging up on Chrisean Rock and allegedly leaving baby Junior behind for a shocking new relationship. But just when fans thought the scandal couldn't possibly get worse, it did, because the next wave of leaks didn't just confirm suspicions. It sent the entire culture into meltdown. First came the Twitter threads. Anonymous accounts began posting alleged screenshots of group chats between Blueface and his inner circle. In these chats, Blueface openly mocked Chrisean, calling her washed up and a single mom trying to be famous. Even worse, he allegedly joked about not showing up for JR's milestones, bragging, "That's her kid, not mine. I'm living free now." Fans were furious. The image of Blueface as a careless father spread like wildfire, with hashtags like hashtag deadbeat Blueface and hashtag justice for GR trending globally. TikTok duets flooded timelines with fans screaming into their cameras, "You don't leave your baby. You don't clown the mother of your child." But the real shocker came hours later. A viral video dropped, grainy, shaky, but undeniable. It showed Blueface walking hand in hand with a man outside a Los Angeles nightclub. Paparazzi swarmed. When asked if he was replacing Chrisean, Blueface smirked and said, "She replaced herself. I upgraded." Boom! Internet meltdown. That single clip flipped the entire narrative. Fans who once accused Chrisean of being too emotional suddenly flooded her with support. Memes exploded across Instagram. Blueface photoshopped onto wedding cakes with his new boyfriend. Captions reading "From Thoshiana to Boychiana." And then Jasmine Crockett's old enemy, Blueface's own mother, Khalisa, poured gasoline on the fire. She went live on Instagram, allegedly confirming the rumors. "Y'all surprised? I've been telling y'all my son ain't built to be no family man. He left that girl and the baby for clout. Y'all just now catching up?" Her words cut like a knife. If Khalisa was telling the truth, then this wasn't just drama, it was Blueface's entire reputation collapsing in real time. But the revelations didn't stop there. Insiders whispered that Chrisean had her own pile of receipts, waiting to be dropped. According to one blog, she allegedly has screenshots of Blueface begging her to stay just weeks before parading his new man around. Another rumor claims she recorded heated phone calls where Blueface admitted he couldn't handle fatherhood and wanted out. And then came the wildest twist yet. A so-called leaked contract surfaced online, allegedly showing Blueface signing a deal with a streaming platform for a tell-all reality series, one that would focus on his new relationship. While painting Chrisean as the bitter ex, if real, this meant the entire betrayal wasn't just personal. It was monetized. A business move. A calculated plan to cash in on his chaos, no matter the cost. Fans were enraged. One viral TikTok summed it up. He didn't just leave Chrisean. He didn't just leave Junior. He turned their pain into profit. And that's evil. Celebrities weighed in too. Cardi B tweeted and deleted. Sometimes you think you upgrading, but really you just downgrading your soul. Summer Walker posted a cryptic Instagram story. Never respect a man who disrespects the mother of his child. Even 50 Cent couldn't resist. Writing, damn homie. You wild in this the plot twist nobody saw coming. But here's the cliffhanger that has fans holding their breath. Insiders claim Chrisean Rock is planning a sit-down interview, a bombshell tell-all where she'll reveal everything. From the group chat screenshots to the alleged phone calls. The betrayal, she says, broke her heart once and for all. If that interview drops, Blueface won't just be trending. He'll be finished. And the only question left is this. Will he strike first with his own narrative? Or will Chrisean Rock light the match that burns down his career forever? By the time the nightclub video of Blueface holding hands with his alleged new boyfriend hit the internet, the world wasn't just reacting. It was exploding. Twitter threads multiplied by the second. TikTok edits flooded feeds. Instagram lives turned into battlegrounds. And even mainstream news outlets couldn't resist covering what they called the most shocking twist in hip-hop relationship drama on Twitter. Two sides emerged instantly. One camp blasted Blueface for humiliating Chrisean Rock and abandoning baby Junior. The other claimed he was living his truth. The divide was brutal. One viral tweet read, "Blueface didn't upgrade. He downgraded from a queen to chaos." Another, defending him, argued, "He don't owe nobody an explanation. If he happy, let him be." The replies. A storm of fire emojis, insults, and arguments that stretched for miles. TikTok went even harder. Thousands of creators stitched Chrisean's heartbreaking live stream with Blueface's nightclub clip, captioning it, "This is pain versus pride." Others reenacted the group chat leaks, mocking Blueface's alleged texts with skits that made him look cowardly. One particularly viral TikTok showed a split screen, Chrisean cradling Junior, contrasted with Blueface laughing at the club. The caption read, "She's raising life." He's wasting. His video pulled 25 million views in under 2 days. Instagram was just as vicious. Fan pages made collages of Chrisean's loyalty over the years, her tattoos, her sacrifices, her emotional breakdowns against Blueface's recent actions. Celebrities flocked to the comments. Summer Walker dropped prayer emojis under a photo of Chrisean and Junior. Tamar Braxton commented, "That girl deserves peace." Even Meek Mill reposted the nightclub clip with a facepalm emoji, saying, "Ain't no way he left the baby for this." Meanwhile, mainstream media turned the scandal into a headline machine. TMZ ran with Blueface, abandons Chrisean, and JR spotted with new boyfriend. The Shade Room posted Chrisean's livestream in full, drawing millions of comments from fans demanding justice for her and Junior. Rolling Stone published a think piece titled, "Toxic Love in the Spotlight." The Blueface Chrisean saga. Even CNN ran a brief segment during their entertainment update, framing it as the story shaking both hip-hop and social media culture. But the reactions weren't just external. They were internal too. Within the hip-hop industry, people started picking sides. Boosie Badazz, known for his outspoken views, went live screaming, "Man, Blueface trippin'. You can't clown your BM like that and leave your baby. That's lame." On the other side, some influencers argued Blueface was just doing what he had to do. The split only fueled more debate. Fan pages dedicated to Chrisean Rock began calling her a survivor and a single mother warrior, Others warned her not to fall for Blueface again if he tried to come back, with captions like, "Protect Chrisean at all costs." And then came the celebrity curveball that nobody expected. Chris Brown, who has his own messy history, dropped a cryptic Instagram story. Crazy how tables turn. Fans immediately speculated whether he was shading Blueface or defending him. The ambiguity only poured gasoline on the fire. But perhaps the most powerful reaction came from ordinary fans. A petition started circulating online titled "Support Chrisean, Rock and Baby Jr. Hold Blueface Accountable." Within 48 hours, it had over 100,000 signatures. Twitter Spaces turned into emotional group therapy sessions, with fans crying, venting, and rallying around Chrisean. One tearful caller said, "We watched her give everything to him and he gave nothing back. Now he's gone and she's left holding their son. That's not love. That's cruelty." Clips of that space went viral, sparking hashtags like #StandWithChrisEan and #JusticeForGR. Even brands started reacting. A clothing company rumored to be collaborating with Blueface suddenly scrubbed his name from their site. A nightclub promoter canceled an upcoming event he was booked for, citing reputation concerns. The message was clear. The fallout wasn't just emotional, it was financial and Chrisean. She didn't stay quiet. In a cryptic tweet, she wrote, "You left me. You left your son. But you won't leave this earth without the truth coming out." The post racked up over 1 million likes, fans begging her to drop the receipts. Which brings us to the cliffhanger, because behind the noise, the memes, the fan wars, one fact remains: Chrisean Rock is holding evidence. Real evidence. The kind that could expose Blueface, not just as a toxic partner, but as a manipulative liar whose entire image was built on smoke. And insiders whisper she's preparing to go public and interview. A docuseries, maybe even a full tell-all that will flip the narrative yet again. So now the world waits. Blueface is on the defensive. Chrisean has the ammo. And Junior, the innocent baby at the center of it all, is the symbol of what's really at stake. Just when fans thought the storm had reached its peak, the Blueface Chrisean saga detonated again. This time with a twist so wild that it left even the messiest corners of social media stunned. Because the truth is, the nightclub clip and the boyfriend rumors weren't the final straw. No, the real explosion came from what insiders are now calling the Chrisean files. According to whispers from blogs and friends of friends, Chrisean Rock has been sitting on a mountain of receipts for months. Screenshots, voice memos, bank records. Even private dimes allegedly showing Blueface admitting things he never wanted the world to know. And when the boyfriend rumors went viral, sources claim Chrisean quietly began leaking just enough hints to let Blueface know she wasn't bluffing. The first bomb was a screenshot allegedly showing Blueface texting her late at night. "I can't do this dad thing, Rock. I'm not built for it. Don't expect me to change." Fans were horrified. The image spread across Twitter with the caption, "He abandoned Junior with a text." But the second bomb was even worse. A short audio clip surfaced, supposedly recorded during an argument. In it, a voice that sounds eerily like Blueface admits, "I only clown you online 'cause it makes me money. The world love watching you cry." The audio went viral instantly, with fans calling it the most heartless confession they'd ever heard. And then came the ultimate. Twist.one blog dropped a blurry but damning PDF. What they claimed was a draft contract for a reality show starring Blueface and his alleged new boyfriend. The title? Breaking Free, Blueface Unchained. If legit, it meant everything. The gang-ups, the abandonment. The boyfriend reveal wasn't just personal chaos. It was content. A money-making storyline designed to keep his name buzzing no matter how ugly it looked. The internet erupted in outrage. Fans accused him of turning Chrisean's pain and JR's innocence into props for clout. One viral tweet read, "He left his son for ratings. He left Chrisean for a storyline. This ain't love, this is exploitation." But here's the kicker. Chrisean hasn't even gone nuclear yet. She's hinted, she's teased, but she hasn't pressed the red button. Insiders whisper she's saving the real bombshells for a sit-down interview, one that could not only finish Blueface's career but also shatter the narrative he's been selling for years. And he's gone quiet. No clapbacks, no trolling, no tweets. Just silence, which for him speaks louder than anything. Because silence in this saga doesn't mean peace. It means fear, so now the world waits, holding its breath. Will Chrisean Rock drop the rest of the Chrisean files and end Blueface once and for all? Will Blueface spin this disaster into a new reality show, cashing in on the chaos? Or is there another twist lurking, one that nobody sees coming? Because if history has taught us anything about this toxic, explosive saga, it's that the drama is never really over. It just reloads. The next move will decide everything. And trust me, it's coming. So, fam, let's just pause for a second and soak this in. Blueface allegedly abandoned his own child, publicly humiliated Chrisean, and now might be chasing clout with a brand new boyfriend storyline. If this is really what's going down, then hip-hop hasn't just witnessed a scandal, it's watching a complete meltdown play out in real time. But here's the thing, the story isn't over. Not even close. Because if the Chrisean files are real, then everything we've seen so far, the nightclub clip, the DMs, the boyfriend reveal, that's just the prelude. The real nuclear bomb could still be sitting on Chrisean's phone ready to drop at any moment. And if she pulls that trigger, Blueface won't just be fighting with Twitter trolls. He'll be fighting to save what's left of his career, his image, maybe even his freedom. So I want to hear from you. Do you believe Blueface actually left Junior behind for a whole new boyfriend? Do you think this leaked reality show contract is legit, or just another fake planted by messy blogs? And most importantly, should Chrisean finally unleash the full receipts or hold them back for the perfect time? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is going to be wild. And listen, if you thought this chapter was messy, just wait until the next one. Because insiders are already whispering about another celebrity stepping into the chaos. Someone powerful enough to flip this entire narrative on its head. And when that bomb drops, you're going to want to be the first to know. So smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell. Because trust me, the next twist in this Blueface and Chrisean saga is coming. And it's going to be even darker, even wilder, and even more shocking than anything we've seen yet. Stay tuned. The chaos isn't done. Not by a long shot.